time, I'd like for you to stand, join us in a moment of silent meditation, and we're going to follow that with the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Any amendments to the agenda?
President Worthy, I do, and as we know from our change in format that we had our work session, which I thought went very well for our inaugural run at that. I thought it was good conversation and prepared us well for tonight's meeting. It also, as a result of that change, really streamlined our agenda. If you notice, the items under the action items are all action items, including things like minutes and financial report, which were previously in different areas. So I think we've done a really good job of being able to be much more clear about our agenda and the actions that we have to take. So with that, I would like to add three items. One was when we talked about referring to Mr. Payne. It'll be number 22. We're going to move the personnel recommendations down. Number 23 will be an item with Athens Homeless Corporation, which you also have. Number 24 will be an executive session. Those are three new items. And then we would move personnel recommendations to 25. So at this point I have three items to add as an amendment, and then I'd ask to put those on the agenda and then to approve the full agenda in that order.
Okay, I'm just going to go over this again to make sure that we all understand now. Item 22 is going to be approval for the board, approval from the board for Mr. Payne to run for the GSBA District 11 position. And number 23 is the Athens homeless situation, and item 24 would be the executive session, and 25 personnel. Those are the items that we are amending the agenda with. I need a motion. Moved by Mr. Payne, seconded by Dr. Spangler. All in favor? Thank you very much. Motion passed. Now I need a motion to adopt the agenda. Moved by Mr. Payne. Got a second from Mr. Hunt. All in favor? Thank you very much. Motion passed. Okay, recognition of achievements and awards. Lisa.
Good evening, Mr. President, Mr. Superintendent, and members of the board. Tonight, I am pleased to recognize many outstanding individuals from the Clarke County School District. Honorees, when I call your name, please come forth, accept your certificate, and shake the board members' hands. And first, most fittingly tonight, we will add a special recognition. And to do that, I'm going to read a statement that I received today from the Georgia Department of Education in regards to Dr. Robbie Hooker being named Georgia Principal of the Year by the Georgia Association of Secondary School Principals. And that in and of itself, first, let's give him a round of applause because he is And I will read what I received, including State Superintendent John Barge's statement. Dr. Hooker has led Clarke Central since 2008, and he will represent the entire state of Georgia in the National Principal of the Year competition as the Georgia Principal of the Year. Under his leadership, the school has been named as one of the top 7% of high schools nationwide by the Washington Post High School Challenge. Clarke Central is also regularly named an Advanced Placement Honor School by the Georgia Department of Education, and earlier this year they were named a MetLife and National Association of Secondary Schools Principals Breakthrough School. Robbie Hooker is a shining example of what a high school principal should be. We are proud of him and know that he will be a great representative as Georgia's candidate for the national principal competition, said State School Superintendent John Barge. Dr. Hooker was chosen from 6 finalists statewide. This is an incredibly well-deserved honor for Dr. Hooker and as a reflection of his strong leadership at Clarke Central High School. Clarke Central's teachers, students, and teams are regularly recognized at state and national levels with Dr. Hooker's support and laser-like focus on school student performance, said our own superintendent, Dr. Philip Lanou. So once again, a round of applause for our Georgia Principal of the Year. And next, we will actually show you our Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. contest video before we recognize this year's winners. And this video was shown at the UGA Freedom Breakfast, and these 10 winners were chosen out of hundreds of entries that we received. So first, we'll take a look at the video and then recognize the winners.
Well, lots of videos up there.
What she said? She said they did that right. Like you want to make a speech with a PowerPoint.
Here we go.
Do we have an IT person in the house?
My dream. My dream.
My dream.
My dream.
My dream.
One man, one dream, one speech, and one fight for freedom. As that man once said, I have a dream, and I have a dream for true rights and true equality. For hope, for peace, for them to be so much greater than hate and hatred. For those of different races, religions, beliefs, to come together and fight not against each other, but for and alongside each other. For every generation to have a dream of their own that they pursue in, believe, and accomplish.
There was a man who had a dream. He dreamed everything could be as it seemed. He dreamed boys and girls could hold hands. They could go to school in the same way. There was another man who did not believe in change. He thought they could stay the same way. He killed the man. He thought he killed the dream too. But now he knows in me and you. Let your dreams live on, no matter what others say. Keep it in your heart every single day.
I have a dream that all people can be seen the same, for racism is no game. It is true. Just like discrimination in this world full of me's and you's. I have a dream that all of us can be seen in the same light. If you have a skin tone, white as snow or dark as night, that we will be seen by personality, a pleasant reality. I have a dream that the world will reflect equality, that racism will be banished with a form of solidity, that being unique is a good virtue, the same as other racism, we know is true.
My dream is to have world peace. I do not want any fighting between people, states, or countries. In my dream, people are friends and there is no violence. This also means to love, not hate each other in our hearts because of our differences. That is my big dream.
This painting represents Martin Luther King's dream come true. His dream was integration. This painting looks like weird little shapes, but each shape represents a unique person in this country. This painting shows all of us coming together as a country and being accepted for our individuality, not separated by our skin color.
I have a dream just like Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream that everybody would join hands no matter what color. He had a beautiful dream of everyone having equality. A dream that everyone was treated the same no matter how different. Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream. He had a dream and he fought for it. He fought peacefully for his goal, and I want to do the same with my dream. I want to make my dream come true, peacefully.
Great is the power of the dream. It is capable of many things. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream that all youth should have equal rights and no discrimination of how people look. Just like the saying, don't judge a book by its cover. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream was so powerful that it changed many people's way of thinking. That is how powerful a dream should be. That is how strong a person's feelings about something should be. That it changes people's minds. That it brings peace to the world. Great is the power of the dream.
The dream that this nation believes in is to have everything in balance and make this a peaceful country. Every individual has a dream also. Their dream can also affect us. Someone who wants to become a doctor will help those who seek for help. Those who want to become teachers will educate the children of the future. The world is sometimes blind about others having a dream, and that affects everyone. The dream of every individual helps make the nation a better place.
I have a strong ambition to strive and succeed, so my future is bright. I don't settle for less or just barely enough, but instead reach to the stars and beyond to grasp the dreams left undreamt. The world is constantly changing based upon others' hopes and dreams. Well, my dream is to be heard and seen. One day I will change the world based upon my hopes and dreams, but for the better, because I think we've seen enough worse. War, pain, and bloodshed, children dying and starving, families falling apart. I dream of a world in harmony.
I have a dream to be like Martin Luther King Jr. Opportunities will come. He is not an option for the future. A person should be treated the way they want to be treated. Value everything you get, even if it's not yours. Everybody should come together as one. Love, not hate. Opportunities will come in your future. Visualize your future. Everybody's just like you.
And now we'll recognize those outstanding students. Ella Gibson from Timothy Road Elementary School. Oswald Hernandez, Coyle Middle School.
That was great. Thank you.
Rolando Hernandez, Cedar Shoals High School. Samuel Ivy from Bernie Harris Lyons Middle School. Akeem Nelson Jr. from Alps Road Elementary School. Jay Powell from Bernie Harris Lyons Middle School. Katie Grace Upchurch from Chase Street Elementary School. Claire Waller, Barrow Elementary School. Cleo Weinmeister, Barrow Elementary School. And Christian Winder, Cedar Shoals High School.
Great job.
Congratulations to 6 of our orchestra students for being selected to the 2013 Georgia Music Educators Association All-State and Statewide Honor Orchestras. And this evening, we'd like to recognize those students. First, from the All-State Honor Orchestra, or All-State Orchestra, Angelina Choi from Cedar Shoals High School, and she's going for cello. Melody Walk from Clarke Central High School for viola. Statewide Honor Orchestra, Anissa Nakano from Clarke Middle School for cello. Nathan Wenger, Clarke Middle School, cello. Grace Yu, Cedar Shoals High School, violin. And Tomislav Zabchik-Matic, Clarke Central High School, cello. And we'd also like to recognize the Cedar Shoals High School Orchestra Director, Andrew Gaskins, and the Clarke Central High School Orchestra Director, Eunice Kang. Next, we'll recognize the Georgia Music Educators Association District Honor Band and All-State Honor Band. Each year, the Georgia Music Educators Association hosts annual District Honor Band and All-State auditions. Participating students must audition in their respective districts in order to qualify for the All-State Band auditions. Our students compete against students from Barrow, Clarke, Elbert, Gwinnett, Jackson, Oconee, and Walton counties. Over 400 students from these counties participate in the district-level auditions. Cedar Shoals had 14 students participate in the audition process, and 8 of those students were selected to participate in the District Honor Band and 2 in the State Honor Band. So tonight we'll recognize those students. For the District Honor Band, Robert Adams. Evan Arrington Sal for the District Honor Band. Michael Barajikian for the District Honor Band. Isabella Manoguera, District Honor Band. Duncan Robertson, District Honor Band. Allison Smith, District Honor Band. Preston Stanfield, District and State Honor Band. And Alexander Venzel, District and State Honor Bands. And of course, the Cedar Shoals High School Band Director, Dion Muldrow.
Congratulations. Thank you. That's all still. Congratulations.
Tonight, we will also recognize 2 educators who jointly won the Kenneth S. Goodman in Defense of Good Teaching Award. So kudos to Clarke Central High School teacher Ian Altman and Cedar Shoals High School teacher Matt Hicks for jointly winning the Kenneth S. Goodman in Defense of Good Teaching Award. The award was established to honor educators who have stood up to laws, policies, and practices that are threatening to students and teachers. Their advocacy for undocumented students is being honored with this national award. They have been invited free of charge to attend a conference in Arizona this summer due to winning this award. And they were nominated by Jo Beth Allen and Peg Graham, both of the College of Education at the University of Georgia. And at this time, we'd like to recognize Mr. Altman and Mr. Hicks.
Thank you so much for your hard work, dedication. Thank you so much.
Great job. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Great job. Keep it up. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Really, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Super job.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And finally, this evening, we will recognize our 4-star Employee Award winners. And again, these awardees can be nominated by anyone in the community. They can be nominated by students, teachers, coworkers, parents, volunteers, anyone. So first, I'll read their nomination, and then we will call them up. First is Lisa Devaney, who is a school psychologist from Cleveland Road Elementary School and Chase Street Elementary School. And she was nominated for this award by Malia Keaton-Digby, her coworker. And Malia said, Lisa and I worked together during the process of evaluating students and determining their eligibility for special education services. Lisa always completes a very thorough evaluation and is able to offer a beautifully articulated picture of a child's strengths and areas of need. What I've always admired most about Lisa, however, is how effective she is at communicating with all our parents. As you can imagine, finding a child eligible for special education services can often be an emotional experience for parents. The gentle and empowering voice Lisa brings to the table makes all the difference in the world. Watching the shift from anxiousness to acceptance that Lisa fosters often brings tears to my eyes. She works hard for our schools, our students, and our families. She deserves to be recognized for all the magic she creates behind the scenes. Lisa Devaney.
Congratulations, thank you. This is great, thank you.
Thanks for what you do.
And our next award winner could not be here tonight, but I did want to let you know that our next award winner was Allison Dry. She's a second grade teacher at Winterville Elementary School, and she was nominated by Dawn Phillips. And finally, we have our own Chief Fabian Jones, and he was nominated for this award by the entire school social work department. And this is what they had to say. And this is what they had to say about Chief Jones. Chief Jones is an incredible resource and support to the school social work department. He understands our job and our role in the community and is available for consultation related to law enforcement matters or to accompany us on home visits. For many years, Chief Jones has been a member of the ACC attendance panel and supports us and our students in this capacity. He attends monthly meetings and helps us talk with parents directly about the importance of good school attendance, as well as the possible consequences of poor school attendance. Chief Jones speaks with us at our department meetings to update on safety measures and to remind us of the importance of following these safety measures as we are out daily in the community. He is reasonable, thoughtful, and patient. Above all, Chief Jones is ethical and kind, and we are so lucky to have him as a colleague and a supporter. Absolutely. Please come up, Chief
That's a great job. Thank you. Thanks, Chief.
Officer, thank you.
Good work.
On behalf of the Clarke County School District, thank you to all of you for representing our community and school district so well. You consistently go above and beyond, and we commend you for your excellent work. Thank you.
And if I can just go on top of that, it is excellent work, and more importantly, it is the right work that you do every day in our schools, from our students, from the MLK video, leadership, Dr. Hooker, advocacy for our students every day, and then the diverse talents that we bring to this meeting tonight. So certainly on behalf of all of us, thank you for what you do every day to make a difference for others and our community and our nation.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Lanou. We're going to go ahead and move the agenda. Next item on the agenda, Dr. Lanou.
Sure.
Attendance report.
I'll give it just a minute to understand this part of the process, so we'll delay and give me just a minute, that's all.
Oh, I got you.
Sometimes you guys. Oh, really? Nope. Yeah.
Trying to help you out. Carol and I are the only ones who are, you know, with the spirit.
Okay.
Okay.
Superintendent's report, number of items this evening. First, I would like to thank Anissa and Victoria, our PR office, the Junior League, the Chamber. Today was our 6th annual Seeing is Believing tour. I will say this time, I continue to be impressed when I go see our schools. I'm out of it every day. But we had a chance to see our middle schools and our elementary schools today, and brought people to really take a look at the engagement of our students. And if anyone, our board members were there today and were in the same crowds, I think you'd have the same smile I had. And once again, it just speaks to our growth and speaks to the work that we're doing. And like I tell people, it's not perfect every day, but we go back at it every day with dedication and the hope of making a difference. But it is about human interactions, and that's what this work is about. And I couldn't be more pleased of what I saw today and what I heard today from others. So thank you once again to all those who put that together. And with that said, I have a number of items I want to talk to you about today, but you read them about in the paper. And Anise, as you know, has started a weekly column to give an opportunity to talk about what's happening in our district. This is the list that I have for just this past week. And I think it speaks to what's happening every day and the complexities of the work. If you didn't know already, really please, Cedar Shoals, the ROTC program. The 70th anniversary of D-Day is being celebrated this year, and they choose one ROTC group from each state. Cedar Shoals will represent our country. That will be on an 8-day trip to France. Of course, there'll have to be some fundraising, but to be able to bring our kids to experience that is really, truly unique and phenomenal. Congratulations to our ROTC program. And we already talked about Ian and Matt, again, and their advocacy every day for our children who try to maneuver through and advocate for their own education. We recently received $200 grants for planning and improvement in outdoor learning areas. They went to Clarke Middle, Cleveland Elementary, Fowler, Whit Davis. In addition, Clarke Middle, Cedar, and Clarke Central have begun work on orchards through another program as well. So again, speaking to the diversity of what we're doing in our schools. 3 Clarke County schools received top honors in the regional Helen Ruffin Reading Bowl. Clarke Middle and Hillsman Middle tied for first and will represent us at the state level, and Clarke Central in the high school division was in first place. So we've always been very competitive in there. I'm not sure we've ever brought home all 3 honors in that way. We just received a $2,200 grant that's going to help in our PALDO movement. But this grant is unique. It came from AASA, that's American Association of School Administrators. It's a national award. We received that this week, and that will help in our transition of PALDO families as they move out from that development and get relocated as we look at that project, which will be completed in 3 years. Georgia Recycling gave Coyle Middle School $500, and they're doing a recycling program. Oglethorpe Elementary has been named a Georgia Family Friendly Partnership School finalist. The school was chosen as one of only 9 finalists of all the schools, so remarkable there. Hillsman Middle School, if you imagine this, collected 800 pairs of jeans for homeless students across the U.S., something they didn't have to do. That's a project that they chose to do to make a difference across this country, and I applaud their efforts. So as you can see, that was just this past week. This doesn't go back too far. Excuse me, I did miss that. Thank you. Mock trial competition for Clarke High School, Clarke Central, and we're very competitive in mock trial. And that competition is with the private sector as well, including private schools in Atlanta, and we're first place. And actually, we're in first place in every category in the mock trial. So our students again did incredibly well. So. It was a good week last week. It's pretty much been a good week every week, and I wanted to mention those because they're certainly noteworthy. And my last piece is that I will be going to AASA in Los Angeles, and I will be on a panel with 2 other superintendents chosen from around the country. We will be speaking about educating healthy children, and I'll be presenting on Friday morning in Los Angeles, and so I'm really pleased to represent the work that we've done here and honored to do so. So I'll be leaving Wednesday night.
All right.
So with that ends my report. It's been a good week, President Worthy and the board.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Lanou. The next item on the agenda is recognition of visitors. We do have some. Before I call the first visitor, I need to read a statement. Speakers will be limited to 3 minutes. A yellow caution card will appear when 1 minute remains. A red card will appear when time expired. At this point, please conclude your remarks. No speaker shall indulge in personal attacks while speaking. Let me read that again. No speaker shall indulge in personal attacks while speaking. All comments are to be addressed directly to the Board of Education. Personal concerns may be addressed in writing to the superintendent or the president of the Board of Education. Our first speaker for this evening is Holly Ward, Athletics.
Good evening, and thank you for the opportunity to speak tonight. I'm here as a parent of 3 children in Clarke County School District, a 5th grader and 2 high school students at Clarke Central High School who are also involved in AP programs and the Fine Arts program, along with being student athletes. I'm here tonight to really express my disappointment at losing such a wonderful coach in Coach Riles, and our disappointment in our Board of Education and Central Office for what seemed to be a lack of support for keeping him here. But more importantly, I'm here tonight to stress a hope for a new commitment or renewed commitment to co-curricular activities. One of the things that we do know is that research supports that participants in interscholastic athletics have more consistent attendance, better academic achievement, and higher aspirations than those that do not participate in extracurricular, co-curricular activities. Students who devote themselves to practice each week in sport activities are less likely to do drugs or drop out of school. And in a time when graduation rate is so important, this is something that I think is critical for us to support as a community. Our athletic coaches are vital to our students. First and foremost, they are teachers. But so many of the things that they do go way beyond the classroom in tutoring, mentoring, developing relationships with families. They spend hours upon hours going well beyond what any of us can imagine. During the season, they spend 90-plus hours a week with our students. Out of season, 60-plus hours. It's not just a one season kind of thing as a coach. It's year round. And there's so much to take into consideration for that extra work that they do put in. It's a fact that a quality athletic program makes a difference in the lives of our kids by instilling the social skills and all that we're asking our young men to do in academics. And so our hope is to continue to support them. If they're run in the correct way, we see the success of our young men as we have this year when 100% of all of our students that have played football this year will be graduating from high school. Their GPA averages at 3.5. Over 600 Clarke Central students annually participate in at least one interscholastic athletic program. 94% of the Clarke Central students that are athletes annually meet the academic eligibility. And the graduation rate for Clarke Central High students that have participated in an athletic program for at least 3 years is over 90%. So tonight I'm asking us to just recommit ourselves to our co-curricular activities. I do appreciate what we have done as a system, and I think this is a time for us to reevaluate where we are, to move forward and say thank you to our athletic programs. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Okay, our next speaker is Baylor Ward, Athletics from a student perspective.
Hello, my name is Baylor Ward. Unfortunately, I meet today to discuss what the school district should have done but did not do. Just a few days removed from the announcement that I find it hard to believe that Coach Riles is leaving Clarke Central football program. I find it harder to believe that this board did not do everything in their power to keep him here. Coach Riles was a mentor to many, including me. He invested so much time and effort into Clarke Central, and his impact has reached countless many in countless ways, all for the better. Not only did Coach Riles contribute to an excellence in athletics in the way of victories, but student athletes under his guidance made great balance as well. There is a team GPA of 85% and 100% graduation rate. Clearly, Coach Rouse is making a positive impact in the community. Our football team is very proud about what we accomplish. Why then does the school board not also feel this pride? As those in charge of the Clarke County School District, it is your duty to keep the interest in the students in heart. Just as Clarke Central Athletics is committed to improving the students at the school, it is time the school district committed to Clarke Central Athletics. It is too late to keep Coach Rouse, but just as he demanded the most out of his players, I demand the most out of my school board. We at Clarke Central shouldn't have to beg for action, and there are several ways in which the school board can act. Show a deep commitment in athletics by getting and keeping the best coaches. Infrastructurally, improve the field so that as athletes we are not ashamed or at risk by playing on a subpar game field. Make sure that the athletic program knows the school board cares. I would love to see all of you at athletic events to know you guys care. All this said, I'm proud to be a gladiator and proud to go to Clarke County Schools. I have confidence that the school board will continue to do everything they can to help my school, but will hold them accountable if they do not. I offer my utmost thanks for all that you have done, and thank you for letting me speak to you today.
Thank you, Baylor. Our third speaker is Jeff Summers, road condition and drainage problems at Cedar Shoals High School baseball field.
Good evening. I want to say something to the Clarke Central people. I feel your pain. We've had 4 coaches in 4 years, so I understand what you mean by all that. Now, what I do want to talk to you about is the drainage problem that we have in baseball field and around the baseball field, mainly the entrance to the baseball field. And I have a couple of pictures. This is the entrance, and this is up around. Let's go over.
Okay, good.
And these are the pictures from the score box and the place where they throw the shot put, which you can see. It's not, kind of looks terrible. So and this is not our first time of trying to talk to folks. It's kind of been, well, we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. Well, as you can see, it's to the point now where it has to be done professionally. And also, around the entrance to the stadium, there's potholes everywhere. I personally filled one up and had a couple of bags of cold patch and went and did it, I guess, probably, 2 weeks after our season started. And also, I'd like to see a drive, because we're short on parking. And as long as if we can get the road entrance, there's a parking space or parking lot that is not used anymore. I don't know why. The entrance is blocked off, and now you can get to it if you go down the hill into the ditch and park. But I'd like to see something done there, and as all of the baseball parents and track parents. And as you can see, some of those pictures, it's a safety issue right now. And I'm big in aesthetics, and it's an aesthetics issue as well. So I just hope that we can get something done, and that our kids and just the parents and the visitors from other schools, because I know what they say. Last year we heard it, and we just need to get something done. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Summers. Andy Thomas, athletics, and Coach Riles.
Good evening, members of the school board. My name's Andy Thomas. My wife, Christy, and I are Clarke Central graduates from the late 80s. We are gladiators. I remember 6 years ago standing in the pine trees overlooking Billy Henderson Stadium watching my son Trey, who was participating in one of his first Clarke Central freshman football practices. You see, he too is a gladiator. As I stood there, I remember how proud I was that he played football for Clarke Central. I also remember calling my wife in the middle of practice and saying, "Guess what?" And she said, "What?" "Well, they've got Trey playing center." And she said, "What's that?" And I said, "You see, Trey, even as a junior senior, was only a 190-pound kid. But because the coaches took the time and the effort to put into him and teach him proper technique, and they believed in him, he started to center when we played in the 2009 Quad A championship in the Georgia Dome. And I believe some of y'all were sitting in the skybox to watch that game. During our son's time at Clarke Central, we tried to be involved in any way that we could, but we found that football was our passion. I recruited my father to assist us as well. Maybe you've heard of my father. The kids and coaches alike call him Papa Bill. You see, his grandchildren call him Papa Bill, and since he treats the players like his very own grandchildren, it's only fitting they also call him Papa Bill. We would come to watch practice, travel with the team to away games to help set up the field, travel to Rock Eagle during football camp. Christy and I would make 200 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches each night that they were at camp, so they would have something, the players would have something to eat before they went to bed. Although Trey graduated 2 years ago, we still do that. Why? Because we are gladiators. And we believe in Clarke Central and Clarke Central football and the long-lasting positive influence it has on our young men. Even our son's career choice, I believe, was influenced by his time with the Clarke Central coaches. As you may know, his position coach, the offensive line coach, Forrest Paulson, is retired from law enforcement in Florida. And after Trey earns his degree in criminal justice from Shorty University, he also wants to pursue a career in law enforcement. When I heard Coach Riles was considering leaving Clarke Central, I was distraught. I called him personally and we talked. What I heard was frustration. Frustration not with the kids or with Clarke Central, but with rather what he perceived was lack of support from the central office of the Clarke County School District. Coach Riles told me he had a discussion with the school district administration as late as Wednesday of this past week. He felt there was still not a level of support that he felt was necessary. Hearing his concerns, we rallied the troop, asked folks to call, email the superintendent and the board members, hoping this would spark action. Unfortunately, it did not. Based on my conversation with Coach Riles yesterday, he still has not heard from the central office administration since their conversation last Wednesday. Contrary to rumors that we heard, Coach Riles told me personally he did not ask for a raise for himself. He was asking for a pay cut that coaches took a couple of years ago to be reinstated, not only for his staff, but the coaches even at Cedar Shoals, for all coaches. Not a raise that his coaches, but to make them whole. I understand there are numerous strains on the budgets, and we are not asking that kindergarten children's carpet not be cleaned or that bus drivers' pay be cut. We're asking serious consideration be given, and I would pick a student and the interaction with the coach over a billboard with Kim Basinger's picture on it. If that's how we're going to spend our money, let's put it into our coaches. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas. Tommy Epps, Cedar Shoals High School baseball facility.
Good evening. Thank you for letting me come. My name's Tommy Epps. I'm on T&E Plumbing here in Athens, Georgia. Been doing it 18 years on my own. Little background. My great uncle was Tommy Huff. He was sheriff of Clarke County for over 28 years. And my father, Donnie Epps, was chief of deputy sheriffs for a long time too. I've seen, you can take baseball fields, how they come and go. I've seen some of them that are here. Moose Field's gone. Sunset at VFW Field's gone. My son's a 10th grader at Cedar Shoals. I graduated at Clarke Central, but now I'm on the other side of town. We just got a great gift. We had a new infield brought to us by the county. New dirt is level. Kids are loving it. We drag it and it fluffs up fine. Last couple of years, the irrigation kicks on, and being in plumbing, irrigation should water grass. The irrigation waters the dirt. So when the kids come down to the field and the irrigation's been on, first thing they got to do, instead of throwing and getting their arms loose, we got to go get sand in wheelbarrows and get the mud dried up so the visiting team can come play on the field, and it would be safe conditions for everybody to play. All I'm asking is a little bit of help. We have too many chiefs and not enough Indians. I don't want to put that in terms, but somebody needs to take charge. When we asked that we got this wrong for the kids, and us parents are out here seeing what's wrong, we're telling you, can you please help us? John Cleghorn has been a great man to help us so far. He's redoing our locker rooms for the baseball team. I've put in plumbing that's going to go to the locker rooms myself, and right now they have to go to the bathroom and the concession stand. I'm adding that out of my own pocket. So to make a long story short, we got a great facility. A lot of the kids that play high school baseball love to come to Cedar Shoals to play. It's a nice field. If you've ever been out there, you're sitting up top and you get to look right down onto the field. So I got another minute, so let's see. And what else can I talk about? The road coming in that Jeff pointed on, since I have a minute left, you got to think of it like this. You wheel up and your grandparent wants to come see the kid play. You either have to have four-wheel drive right now to drive all the way up to the top of the plateau and let them out while they go back and park. You know, back in the day, that was the parking lot where the baseball field is. There's still some down there. And we just need somebody to put their heads together and let's get a plan to make it to where the field's successful. We got brand new dirt. I know y'all don't want y'all's dirt turned into mud. So, and we can talk to some of the people and we'll get together. We're all game for this. We expect our kids to pass their grades to play ball. I think we can come to an organization and say, all right, we need to make them have a safe place to play. And that's all I'm asking. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Epps. Mario Johnson, Coach Rouse. Mario here? Okay, he's not here. Cameron Johnson, Coach Rouse. Okay, there you are.
Good evening. I'm the quarterback for the Clarke Central football team, and I never thought this day would come where I would stand in front of the board and explain why my head coach has left this football team. Personally, he's been more than a coach to me and to a lot of our other fellow teammates. He's a father figure, and he has molded me to be the young man I am today. He helps me spiritually, mentally, as well as physically, and he has got me through the most 3 years of my high school career, and I'm very sad to see him leave. But my father taught me that there is no such word as can't, and I still believe there is a chance that we can get Coach Rouse to come and stay at this wonderful program and continue to help flourish this community the way he has for as long as he's been here. I remember when I was in the hospital with a staph infection, and he was the first person to come and help me. And I'll never forget him. As long as he's still on this earth, I know he's not far from me, but to know that I can't physically communicate with him every single day is going to be trying. And I think a lot of people feel this way. He was much more than a coach, and he taught me that football is much more than just a game. It teaches you life lessons that I have learned along the way that will never leave me and the whole football program. He doesn't coach a team. He coaches a program that stays with you forever as long as you live. And that's something I'll never forget. Thank you.
Thank you, Cameron. Okay, I think that's the last speaker. I want to say thanks to all of you for coming this evening and sharing your concerns and support for Coach Rouse and some other things brought out about facilities. Thank you again for coming. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move the agenda. We're down to item E. Mr. Payne, you're on.
You what now?
Board reports, GSBA District 11.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You forgot to speak.
You have at your desk all of this right here, and I want you now to unclip it and let us walk through this together.
Unclip it, okay. Well, I'm not going to unclip it.
Georgia statewide tier accountability and flexibility system, GSTEP. Now, this is the program that I went to see January 22nd at the Twin Towers in Atlanta. And the first page and second page is by Phil Hartley, who is our attorney. And you can read all of the comments and everything that they're planning and the strategy that he's planning to use as our attorney. So, read it. Secondly is Angela Palm. And everybody know Angela Palm. Angela Palm is the one that updates us every day on what's happening at the Capitol. And this is what they are expecting and looking forward to hearing from the legislatures under the Gold Dome. You have plenty of time to read this. There's no need of me trying to explain it. It's self-explanatory. You can read it, and if you have any questions, call her. She will be glad to communicate with you on what this means. And I think you can understand it well enough that you won't have to do that. Now we move to the Federal Relations Conference in Washington, D.C. This is a total program, and if you look at this program, you'll see. Now I missed the opening on Sunday morning, and the 10 o'clock. I didn't get there until 10 o'clock, so I made the general session one, setting the stage for the first session of the 113 Congress. That's where I started at, so I attended all of this. And if you turn to page 7.
Okay.
And the reason I'm turning to that page, all the rest of it is explanatory. I just want to read some of the things that the Honorable Arnie Duncan, Secretary of the United States Department of Education. I just want to read you some of the things that he said in his address to us. All schools will be evaluated on technology and will be given a grade. All schools. Curriculum is in every school, core curriculum in every school. How do we get the best teachers and principals in all schools? They will provide the best help to the most needed. The best teachers and the best principals. Race to the Top grant was to put $6 million more into education. And there were many that came to the podium and asked them questions about the Race to the Top. One of the ladies from New York said that they had stopped receiving their funds from Race to the Top. They won the grant, but they had stopped receiving the funds. And he stated to her that the reason was teacher evaluation, and there was a deficit that they couldn't understand about them enabling our students to make the progress that they should have made when they wrote the grant. They are not making that progress, and that's why the money's been cut off. Another person came and asked him, said, why is it that you put this money in Race to the Top and not put it in the schools that was failing? And he said, they are rethinking that. And one of the things that this gentleman suggested to the Secretary of Education, he said, those schools that were failing, they should receive more money, and they should receive help so that they can catch up from being behind. The other thing that he stated, to lead the nation in grants to college students. He want to lead the nation in grants to college students, because he said education is the future, and we should invest. It's not a cost, it's an investment in the future. And certainly, legislation should be passed for NL's No Child Left Behind legislation. It's been lingering too long. Not only that, but ESE 8, 5 years late, and nothing has been done about that. All right, go to the next one. And the only reason I put this one here, National Affiliate Webinar. This is to the new board members. The old board members know that we are an affiliate member of the National School Board. So we have certain perks that people who are not affiliate members do not get. And this right here is webinars that they are sponsored to all of their affiliate members. And so you can just look this over. Anything that you feel that you want to go online and get in the webinar, you can do that. The next one is key talking points for school board members. This is what they indoctrinate into us the 2 days that we're up there. These are the talking points, and let me tell you, when they get through talking to you, you're ready to run them on Capitol Hill, because they inspire you and motivate you to do a job and to get to your congressmen and get to your senators and tell them what they need to do for education. This is very good. Molding the K-12 debate. Out of everything that I was able to learn at the meeting, this was disturbing. Sis Henry told us, and I didn't understand what she was saying when she addressed the board of directors and the members last year before we had this debate on charter schools. If you will just turn one page, molding the K-12 debate, the American Legislative Exchange Council, they're out to destroy public education. There are legislators that are members, there are governors that are members, and the other organization is the Foundation for Excellence in Education that was started by the former governor of Florida, what's his name? Jeb Bush, in 1908. He started this organization. And if you talk with anybody in Florida about their school system, it is in chaos. Because he initiated so many charter schools and they are failing. They are failing. And all the rest of the program, you can read that. And let me just give you this lady's name, and you can go online and you can talk to her. She told us she is Janice Palmer, Director of Governmental Relations, Arizona School Board Association, and asked for the 2013 workshop, and they will give you all of the information that she gave us. In Arizona, there was about 10 or 11 different charter schools, different organizations that they are using in order that their children go to a private school and they don't have to pay. That don't have to pay any taxes. No taxes to use their money that the parents are paying directly to the school, vouchers, and other means. And this is in Arizona. Please, ma'am, and please go online and find out about this. This was the most disturbing thing I heard since I've been on the Board of Education. That you would have, and one of the big organizations that's behind this is Walmart. And this is the last, GSBA, Georgia School Board Association, and this is the legislative position suggestion. And Ovita, you had asked that we could have a debate on their five different legislative issues that's on this list. You have it here. Board members, go online, read it, and if there's anything that you think that need to be changed, you need to contact your chairman of the board and let him know, and he can, and him and the superintendent can call a meeting, and it tells you exactly what you need to do in order to change or to introduce something different. It's all written out here. And I would hope that you, if those that want to change something, you can do that. And I've been on that committee for some 22 years. Only one item has been changed since I've been on this GOC. One. But you can look it over. If anything you want to change, just let the president or the superintendent know.
Okay.
Mr. Superintendent, that's my report.
Thank you, Mr. Payne.
Okay, Mr. Superintendent, we're down to action items.
First is would be a recommendation to approve the minutes, Steve.
Okay, you've had an opportunity to review the minutes, and we have, let's see, 3 meetings there. I'll have a motion to move by Mr. Huff, seconded by Ms. Davis. Any questions pertaining to the minutes of the 3 meetings? Any questions? All in favor? Thank you very much. Motion passed.
Number 2, recommend approving the financial report for December 2012.
Offer recommendation for approval of the financial report. Moved by Mr. Payne. We've got a second from Ms. Davis. Any questions and concerns about the financial report? Questions, concerns? All in favor? Thank you very much. Motion passed. Consent agenda.
Recommend to approve the consent agenda.
Okay, I need a motion for approval. Okay, moved by Mr. Huff, seconded by Ms. Williams. All in favor? Thank you very much. Motion passed. Item 20.
Number 20, again, at our workshop, we talked about language needing to be put back into this aspect of the policy. This would be policy BCB. I first would ask, I want a recommendation to suspend the rules for adopting policy, or changes in a policy.
Okay. Now, I need a motion to suspend the rules. Moved by Mr. Payne, seconded by Mr. Huff. All in favor of suspending the rules? Okay.
Therefore, since the rules have been suspended, I recommend approval of the revised policy BCB.
Okay, a recommendation from the superintendent on the revision of the policy BCB, moved by Mr. Huff, seconded by Ms. Williams. Any questions about this policy? Now you can ask questions. We reviewed it last week. Any questions? Having none, all in favor? Thank you very much. Motion passed.
Number
Item 21.
That'd be, so number 21, I recommend the policies as listed to be placed on the table for 4 weeks.
Okay.
Actually, and regulations.
Okay, policies placed on the table for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
You have 3 policies and I think 2 regulations there. Need a motion on that? Moved by Mr. Huff. Got a second on that? Second by Dr. Spangler. Okay, all in favor? Thank you very much. They're on the table for 4 weeks. Item 22.
22, and that was yours regarding Mr. Payne.
Yes, Mr. Payne called me earlier, this week? I think it was Monday. But anyway, he mentioned to me that he's interested in running for District 3 Board of Directors for GSBA. In order to do that, the local Board of Education would have to approve him for that. So we have this on the agenda and asking for a motion to approve Mr. Payne to run for District 11, GSBA District 11. Okay? Have a motion on that? Motion on that? Moved by Mr. Huff. Got a second on that? Okay, second from Ms. Ellis. Any questions pertaining to this? Any questions? Any questions? All in favor? Do we have a question? Okay. Then, okay, motion passed unanimously. Thank you. Item 23.
Item 23 is regarding the Athens Homeless Property Corporation. That has been in discussion, for close to 2 years. If you recall, that's the property that is behind the Boys and Girls Club that went to property committee, I lose track of that, but roughly 6 months ago when we came to the board and approved a revision in that contract with a date in which that transaction would be completed. Due to certain circumstances, they have asked for an extension. This is not a change in the contract, but rather an extension in the time frame to August 31st. So I'm asking to approve the amendment to the contract for purchase and sale as outlined above to extend the closing dates for the transaction until August 31st, 2013.
Okay, you heard the recommendation from the superintendent to extend this to August the 31st, 2013. This is on the Athens Homeless Property Corporation extension. Have a motion on that, moved by Mr. Payne. Got a second on that? Okay, second by Ms. Ellis. Any questions pertaining to this? Any questions? All in favor? Okay, thank you. Question?
I'm abstaining.
Okay, abstaining. Okay, 8-1. All right.
For executive session, 24.
All right, let's see, that's 23. Okay, executive
24, I
session.
recommend an executive session for one or more of the following reasons: the acquisition, disposal, leasing, or appraisal of real estate or other property, the appointment, employment, compensation, hiring, dismissal, or evaluation of employees, or pending or potential litigation claims or administrative proceedings, or the settlement of such litigation claims or administrative proceedings.
Okay, the recommendation to go into executive session. I need a motion on that. Moved by Mr. Payne, got a second by Ms. Williams. All in favor? Thank you very much.
Mr. President, before we go into executive session, I just want to thank the board for allowing me. This will probably be my last time. And I want to thank Ovita Thornton and Mr. Davis. As you know, on the charter amendment, there was some doubt about people getting the word out. And I wanted to make sure that the word got out to the African-American parents. I went and had 4,000 announcement made, and Ovita Thornton and Miss Davis, they went in with me, and we put it into all of the hands of the barbers, the beauticians, the undertakers, the doctors, and everybody else that we felt that needed to understand about the Charter Amendment. And as we suspected, we voted down in Clarke County, and I'm very proud of that. And not only that, but all of my 13 counties went the way that I thought they would. There were some that I know that would pass it, and those that I thought they wouldn't. The only school system that I thought would have voted down was Jefferson City and Social Circle, and they are not a school system in itself. They are in counties, and that's how it was voted. So Jackson County had enough votes to overcrowd Jefferson City, so it lost in Jackson County, and it lost in Social Circle because of Walton County. But I thank Ovita, and I thank Ms. Davis, and I will continue to do, because I am a board member 24/7. The superintendent can tell you, and Onisa can tell you, that I put out 2,700 of those Clarke County advanced, what would you call them, Anita? What's the name of those? I don't know what.
That's okay. I know what you're talking about, Ms. Payne. We need to go. We need to.
Report card fact sheet. And when I went into the barbershop and the beauty parlor, there were so many African American people do not know what's going on in Clarke County, and they were so delighted for me to bring that for them to understand. And I will continue. And again, I thank you. I'm a committed board member. I have 13 counties, 15 school systems, 87 board members that I will continue to support.
Okay.